tonight, theoretically, the Dolphins were done in by their best player on defense and their best player on offense. Two guys that we paid handsomely and are the heart and soul of this team are two of the main reasons why this Dolphins team was in the game, but also found their way on the losing end of the game, 31-21. Zach Sealer, heart and soul of this team, didn't set out, supposedly your best defensive player, goes in there and tries to make a play with about 10 minutes left in the game. We stop the team. We're going to get the ball back tied 21-21. Zach Sealer runs in and roughs the kicker, giving the Bills an automatic first down. Okay, that happened. Put it in the past. We're going to go down there. We're going to tie this game because, of course, Buffalo, they're not going to make any mistakes twice. They got the ball back, tied. 3 minutes later, with about 7 minutes left, they score a touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, though, he's your best player on offense. Theoretically, he should be the best player on your team. He's the highest paid player on your team. He's the reason why you tanked a season. He was your hope. He has to be the best player on your team. 3 minutes left, driving down the field. No one can guard Jalen Waddle. Tua Tagovailoa throws it to the other team. Has a blind spot. Lo and behold, once again, we lose 31-21. One more time. This seems to be something that every great player has reiterated to me. Good teams find ways to win. Bad teams find ways to lose. And today, you saw Buffalo Bills, who are always talked about being, at least recently, Super Bowl contenders, a team that always wins the AFC East, and the Dolphins, who have gone 25 years without winning a playoff game. Good team, found ways to win. Scored touchdowns when they needed them, made a field goal when they needed them, got the first downs when they needed them, got the good luck when they wanted it, and got it. The bad team, the team that hasn't won a game in 25 years, the team that's 0-3, found ways to lose. Zach Sealer, not running into the kicker, which would have kept it fourth down, roughing the kicker when the game is tied. Then Tua Tagovailoa, when he can drive down, try to tie the game, throws an interception, and the rest is history. Want to hear from you? 305-567-0560. Let's not delay any longer. Trevor Harris with me. I am Dan Day. This is Game Day Uncensored Postgame. Let's go to the first caller of the night, 560 and 104.3 WQAM. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Dan Day, it's Cap for Life. How are you?
Hey, man. I am a little disappointed and upset right now, but I'm glad to hear from you, Cap.
Yeah, likewise, brother. Oh, man. I just I feel real bad for this team as far as the unit in total, because they fought hard, man. You had A-Chain fighting hard. Waddle was having a breakout game. I mean, it's not fair for these guys just for it to be taken away in a snap of a Thanos finger. Like, you know what I mean? It's not right, man. It's not, man. So, I mean, it's just I'm done trying to, like, you know, figure this out with this team. No. It is what it is at this point. So, I mean, I just want to ask you, from everything you've seen so far, I mean, what do we do as a fan base moving forward now? I mean, we're 0-3. We're on the verge of becoming maybe 0-3 in the division as well, and 0-4. I mean, are you content with this status quo moving forward? I mean, what do we do?
Cap for Life, I'm going to give you some coach speak, and I'm going to do what the Dolphins need to do the rest of this season as a fan and as a player and as an organization and as everything else. You just need to take it one game at a time now. It's a one-game season every single week. Enjoy it for what it is. If you have a great week, enjoy that game. If you have a bad week, get ready for the next. Because right now, this is not a team where you can sit there and say, oh, they're going to have even a winning record. This is a team where you're just going to have to take it week by week by week, celebrate your victories, and, you know, move on from the losses. That's the way I'm going to have to look at it right now.
You're not even remotely upset about what you've seen the past 3 weeks. You sound like you're like, just, hey, it is what it is. Let's move on to week 4.
It doesn't change anything. You stay 0-3. Today, lots to give kudos for, but guess what? You know what? Pats on the back.
You like the moral victory aspect.
No. I'm saying that. That's the thing. A lot to good. First of all, Tyreek Hill, baller today. On third down, he was a man, catching a lot of third down conversions. Tua made some plays, even made some plays with his leg. Like I said, Jalen Waddle, big time. Devon Achane, Ollie Gordon the second throws in a touchdown.
All for nothing, Dan.
No. I'm listening. I'm trying to be positive, and I'm going to bring it all down for you. And then Mike McDaniel, the organization, they had a great game plan. Keep the ball out of one of the most prolific offenses. But then again, once again, they become the Dolphins. When they have a chance, when it's time for you to pay up and show up, what do? We fade it away. And that right there, as a fan, I am frustrated because that's something that I don't see changing anytime soon. Cap, no, there are no moral victories, especially in professional sports.
So you're content with status quo?
No, I'm not content with status quo. And I don't think you're going to get a lot of status quo right now from this team. There's going to be some weeks where they're looking better. There's going to be some weeks where they're looking bad. But unfortunately, right now, it's seeming like doesn't matter whether they're better or bad, they're not going to have a lot of wins, at least if they continue to play this way.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, Cap for life. Appreciate that. Trevor, I tell you, there's a lot of positives. Once again, I'm not moral victorying it, but
don't do the moral victory.
But once again, the game plan, solid. Mike McDaniel, good job. Tyreek Hill, when you were needed, you were there. Tua, you made some good plays. Jalen Waddle, boom. Devon Achane, boom. Ollie Gordon the second, boom. The defense didn't get a lot of pressure, I will admit that. But Jack Jones, some plays, he looks like he doesn't know how to play football. Other plays, he's all over the field. But nonetheless, that was a loss. And what feels even worse about it is we played a good game. We had a good game plan. It seemed like the Buffalo Bills, it was just another day at the office.
Yeah.
Let's just do what we need to do to get by and get a win. Whether you win by 10 or 100, you know what? A win is a win is a win. We don't need to overexert ourselves. Josh Allen calling out plays, calling out the defense, what they're going to do, and just chopping us up. Bills are a better team right now than the Dolphins. And they found a way to win, and we found a way to lose because we found a way to lose tonight. 305-567-0560, 104.3 FM WQAM. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hey, go ahead.
Hey, Dan. This is Ethan.
Hey, Ethan.
I know people are going to blame Tua for the end of the game interception. He has some fault in it. He was staring down Waddle the whole time, but I do feel like at some point we have to blame Anthony Weaver because I feel like the whole game they'd line up and Josh Allen was just calling them out every snap.
Yeah, he was doing that.
And running it the opposite direction of where we were stacking up.
Josh Allen's the MVP, though, and I was telling Trevor this. As you watch him call these games and play these games, I'm not saying a light's going on because the light went on in 2020. It seems like now he's just firing on all cylinders. He just seems to know the game so well. He does it every week, but especially this week. There were some times when it was pretty obvious he knew what was coming, and he was just telling the Dolphins what he was about to do.
Oh, I totally agree. I just feel like at some point we do have to do something on defense to at least limit his options.
Yeah. I don't know if there was that much of an answer right there, Ethan, but Anthony Weaver, I know Bradley Chubb got a sack in this game. We barely got pressure, and Josh Allen did whatever he wanted to do. James Cook, he's a monster. I get that, but still, we never made him look uncomfortable. That Kincaid tight end guy, like I said, they were just taking care of business. To be honest, the Dolphins, this game meant a lot to them. You had the feeling that Buffalo felt like, let's just get a win and get out of here or get home.
Oh, 100%.
It's tough, man.
I also feel like people are going to go down on the interception to end the game, but I feel like there were a couple positions where we just went 3 and out or stalled midfield.
Yeah, but you need your captains. You need your best players like Zach Sealer and Tua Tagovailoa to make big plays for your team and not 100%. The other team. So they do shoulder a lot of blame in this game. Now, I know it's a team game and I know it's an amalgamation of things, but we need them in those situations to make the play and not be the reason why we lose the game. So I'm willing to say the team loses, but man, they got to help us out, man. They can't hurt us. They got to help us out. And they're both trying. And once again, I'm not going to get caught up in this thing where people always are like, why would you make such a bonehead play? It wasn't bonehead plays. These guys are trying their hearts out. But once again, Josh Allen made plays when he needed to. Once again, not this year so much, but Patrick Mahomes, when it gets crunch time, he's going to make the plays.
Yeah, definitely.
But how do you feel in the Dolphins in a game like tonight when it started getting crunch time? Did you sit there and say, we're about to make a play? Or did you say, how are they going to find a way to lose this game?
I was saying they're more like, show me you can make the play.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Ethan. We greatly appreciate it, man. Brighter days ahead, I promise you. Back to the phone lines, 305-567-0560. We are going to go to Ethan in Boynton Beach. Ethan, I'm sorry, Ivan in Boynton Beach. Ivan, how are you doing?
What's going on, Dan Day? You know I love you.
I'm glad to be back rocking with you, man. Even though it's a loss, man, this team at least showed some promise tonight. And I'm not taking the moral victory, but they showed some promise. But what's on your mind?
Well, I think the defense was atrocious in the first half, but I think they buckled up in the second half. My problem with the second half was when we had that drive in the fourth quarter, I don't know why Ollie Gordon was not in there on 1st and 10 when Tua threw that interception and just pound that ball inside the tackles to get closer to be able to score a touchdown. It was a 1st and 10, I think, when Tua threw that interception. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
So I think that was I love Mike McDaniel, but I think that was the fault of him not pounding the ball, getting closer to where we could put it in the end zone.
Ivan, I'm with you. Look,
obviously, Zach Sealer's penalty was a big thing, but I think on 1st and 10, you need to pound the ball. Ollie Gordon was running the ball great inside the tackles.
Ivan, I'm not an offensive genius. What was working? Pound the ball with the run game and throw it to Jalen Waddle. Now, they were looking. He was staring Jalen Waddle down and Devon Achane. But, yeah, why not? 1st down. Let's pound the ball again. Maybe we can set up some play action, find a way to get a route to get to Jalen Waddle. Don't have to go to it right away. Yeah, it seems like sometimes I think Mike McDaniel is
that's
guilty.
The only thing I didn't like about Mike McDaniel's call right there. On 1st and 10, why are you throwing? We had plenty of time. We had 2 timeouts. Why are you throwing the ball right there?
He gets too cute sometimes. He overthinks things. I understand. Yeah. Keep it simple. It seems like
I don't understand why don't they put Achane on the slot and put Ollie Gordon with Alec Ingle in front of him, and now you got 3 speedsters outside and you got a power back.
Once again, woulda, coulda, shoulda. And Tua, like he did stare down the receiver. He tried to look off Achane a little bit. Apparently, he had a blind spot in there. Obviously, he had a blind spot in there.
Yes, but on 1st down, Mike.
I understand. Hey, I'm all for keep it simple. Run the.
Where do we have the ball? Where do we have the ball? On the 40, 35?
I was about to use some of my southern slang, but keep it simple. Run the ball. Get acclimated, run some clock, get where you want to get. Then the whole playbook is open. Now you have play action. You can run the ball again. You can pass. You can do a lot of things. But instead, he went to a quick out or to Jalen Waddle, and it was a quick out in the game. That was the quick out because if you were a Dolphins fan, Trevor and I said, "All right, let's get ready for this broadcast because the Bills."
Listen, we gave the Bills the game tonight. We had their asses.
Oh yeah, we gave it to them. I mean, they took a little bit, but we gave them an ample enough chances to take it, man. And that's what's really
we're 0-3. We're 0-3, and we're not firing Mike McDaniel. I thought they called a good game besides that last.
Yeah.
That drive.
I thought the game plan was very solid from the Miami Dolphins and the execution, and everybody kind of pulling their own weight. I thought that part was fine. But once again, we didn't find ways to make plays. So thank you so much, Ivan. We appreciate it. Back to the phone lines, 305-567-0560. Dante in Rhode Island. Dante, break it down.
What's going on? I mean, I think it's time we start talking about Tua. I mean, come on.
I'm willing to talk about Tua.
We're worried about throwing the ball. You know, we're paying this man $50 million, and you guys want to hand the ball off to a rookie. Mahomes, Josh Allen, these types of players, they're not making these mistakes.
You're right.
It seems like you don't have the clutch gene.
No, we had a call just a couple of minutes ago where they said, you can't put this game on Tua. I said, I can though, because he's the highest paid player on this team. He is theoretically the best player on this team. He is also a captain of this team. He's talked about being a leader all off season. I need you to lead on and off the field. I need you to make plays to help our team and not hurt team in the crunch time. So yes, he deserves blame. Does everybody deserve blame? Yes. But that right there is a 100%. Shining example of why Tua Tagovailoa deserved a large portion of the blame tonight in this game for the loss.
And it's like, we got an easier schedule coming up, but do you really want to win those games? Is it better off to, sit Tua? Stop playing yours?
That's a good question.
I mean, we can't have Chris Grier drafting our new quarterback. I mean, it's just ridiculous, dude. How many years of misery can we go through?
That's a good question that you do ask. Are Dolphins fans ready to just punt on the season? Last year, that was a topic, but you get the Jets, who aren't very good. You get the Panthers, who are garbage. You have the Browns coming up, the Falcons. They're not very good. Of course, the Chargers, you throw them in there. But what if you win those games that you're quote unquote supposed to win? And all of a sudden now you've got 4 wins and you're 4-4. How do you feel as a Dolphins fan? Are you okay with that? Or are you saying, man, we should have just kind of packed it in?
I'm not okay with it because what's been the whole problem with this team since Mike McDaniel's taken over? We beat up on these bad teams, and when it comes down to a game that matters, they don't show up.
You know what, really?
So what's the point of winning 4 games and then maybe 6 games, and then you're going to pick top 15? You're not getting your franchise quarterback there. It's just...
Well, I want to tell you this, Dante.
We got to start over.
Dante, I appreciate you calling from Rhode Island, by the way, too. But how about this? What did we hear from Mike McDaniel and the team all offseason? New attitude, new personnel. Things are different. Tonight, nothing was different for the Dolphins. They hung tight, and when the going got tough, they did not get going, which has been a trademark of the Mike McDaniel era here with the Dolphins.
And he did. He called a great game tonight. You know, he put us in chances to win the game, but your $50 million quarterback, he's been folding. The biggest times of the games, he just folds, and I like the kid, but
yeah, I can't defend him.
I also like winning.
Yeah, I can't defend him. He needs to make big plays when it comes to it. And if you're saying, well, he really managed the game and was great, he was, but his numbers weren't anything spectacular. 22 for 34, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that one glaring interception when the Dolphins even said before the game, we have to win the turnover battle. You lost the turnover battle and you lost the game, and your quarterback is the reason why you threw that interception and had that turnover. It's only on him, and I'm sure after the game he's going to take full credit. Doesn't make me feel any better, to be honest with you. Does it make you feel any better if Tua comes out and says, totally my fault?
I mean, no, it just solidifies what you have to do going forward.
Yeah. Well, Dante,
he's a good kid. I feel bad for putting, what he went through with the concussions and all that stuff, but rip the Band-Aid off. Start fresh.
Let's go. Dante, tell all the roadies up there that cheer on the Dolphins, we appreciate them. Appreciate it. All right. Disappointed, upset. One of the reasons I'm upset, we're going to take one more phone call and then we're going to go back, is that this team hasn't changed. They say they changed. They didn't. And like I said, bad teams find ways to lose. Good teams find ways to win. We were the bad team tonight. And it seems like in Mike McDaniel's era, there's been a lot of times when we've been the bad team when the going gets tough. One more phone call. Stay on the line. We're going to be taking phone calls all night long. Trevor and I, we're fully caffeinated and ready to party. 305-567-0560. We're going to go to JC in Miami. JC, what you got for me? Hey, JC, go ahead. JC, Miami Beach. Oh, I don't hear. Okay, so this is what we're going to do now. We are going to take a break. You can call in 305-567-0560. This is Game Day Uncensored. We're saying, look, don't cuss and go crazy, but you don't have to hold back how you feel. If you want to blame someone, if you want to fire someone, if you want to give someone kudos, doesn't matter. You have that right. That is what we're going to do with Trevor Harris. I am Dan Day. We're also live, YouTube and Twitch. Just go to WQAM 1043. I am at Dan Day Radio. He is at THarris_18. Not much to say. I'm going to let you say most of what you have to say about the Dolphins because right now, not a good team. Right now, even if they make the right play calls, even if they try to execute right, they find a way to lose games. And tonight that happened to the Buffalo Bills once again, 31-21.